Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video here we successfully load our user profile. So right now which user is logged in, this user, a username is visible, email address is visible, and also it's now showing one of the default image, right? So now I want to update this portion. If you click as the edit profile, then I want to load one of the form. Okay, so let's do that work. For doing this, in our profile view, and that is our edit profile, I want to create one of the route for update. First of all, I want to edit it, so I want to put on the route. Okay, I want to put on the route, and our route will be as a profile edit. Okay, this type of one of the route I want to create. So if you want to create this route, we have to go to our web route. Into the web route, that is our user related all that route, right? Now I copy it, and after that I paste it. So that will be our route name as a profile edit. I copy it, so that will be as a profile edit, and then I make it as a user profile. So here I also want to update as a user profile edit. Okay, and that will be as a user profile edit. So this type of one of the URL, and then in our main user controller I want to create one of the method as a user profile edit. Okay, that will be as a user profile edit. This type of one of the method I want to create, and that is our route. Okay, so perfect, everything is great. So that is our get method. So now we have to create this method in our main user controller. Now go to our main user controller here. After this I will take the new one as a public, and then function, and then our method. So that will be our method. So into this method area, only we have to actually get a specific one of the ID data. Okay, so that will be actually just like that same. Better I copy it. Okay, I copy it and then I paste it. So as I told you, it will be just like the same. That means which user is logging, then I get that specific find one ID data, and now I don't do and take it with another variable as edit. Okay, edit data. So this type of one of the variable here, I take it, I get that user data. I think every part is very much clear to you, and then I pass it into the compact, and now I want to create another page into the user profile folder. I want to create another one as a view profile edit. Okay, so this type of one of the page I want to create in our profile folder. Now copy it. Now into the profile folder I want to create another new page. Now click as a save as and name it as a view profile edit .blade.php. okay, so here I just simply create this page. So into this page, what exactly we have to do? We have to simply actually load this value data, because with this user I get that a specific one of the row ID data. That means here into the user table, that the specific row ID data I want to take it. That means which user is logging, this user ID I already take it, right? So now with this ID actually I take this data. So now this area, first of all I want to load our both of these. That means I want to load our user master. I think at that point you already know why I'm actually using that user and user master, because with this user master we'll get all that our sidebar, header, and then our CSS and the JSS, and that is actually our section for the EL part, right? That means this part will be updated. So here I want to load one of the form. If you go to that bootstrap side again, into the bootstrap official side, if you go to that form, into the form area, if you go to that overview, that is the overview. Okay, so this type of one of the form I can actually use. Okay, right now better I use this form. I copy it, and now in our profile edit page here I paste it. So that will be one of the form. First of all I have to check it, click as a save all, and now if you go in this page, click as a refresh. So now if you click as a edit profile, yes, you can see it's now perfectly loaded. That means the email address, user, perfect. So everything is now perfectly loaded. That means our form is now loaded. So now I want to actually a little bit update this portion. As I told you friend, I am not focusing to create any design. So design will do the things in our project. So right now I just simply discuss about all that main functionalities. Okay, so here that is our form. So I want to take one of the div. Okay, I take one of the div, and then into the div area I put one of the style, and here I put one of some of the padding. Okay, and then it should be better actually. I put that padding as a 20. Okay, 20 pixel. Let's check this out. And also I want to finish that div. After that form I want to finish it. Okay, so I just simply finish it. Now click as a save all, and now if you go there, click as a refresh. Yeah, it's now pretty better, right? So now also that is actually total white, so I want to put some of the call md6, then actually it should be better. So that is our div, right? So into the div area I want to put one of the class, and I put as a row, and into the row area I want to take another div. I take another div, and here I put one of the another class as a call. Okay, call md, and then I make it as a call md6. Okay, so now that is actually our div we have to finish. So after this I just simply finish it. So that is our and call md6, and that is actually and row. So I put some of the note for you, then that will be helpful. Okay, so I simply put some of the note for you. So now let's check this out. If you now click as a save all, so now it should be small. Now click as a refresh. Yeah, it's perfect. So right now friend, that is our email address and the password. So now that should be not as the email address and the password. Here I want to actually now change it. So right now we don't need this div text, so I just simply remove it, and then here I want to display that username and the user email address, right? So that will be the username, and that will be another one. That is our, for example, better I want to copy it. Okay, I copy total things. There is a level and input, so that is a level input. I just simply updated that portion, so then that will be actually the same. Okay, so there is a level, there's a username, and for the username our type will be as a text type, and to the class, and there is a id. We don't need any id, I remove it, and there is our Arial describe. If you want to delete it, you can delete it. So right now it's okay, so better I also want to remove it. Okay, so I remove it, and here I want to put one of the placeholder. I make it as a username. Okay, username. So here we also don't need actually placeholder. I only want to visible that a specific value data, right? Here I want to visible that value data. So that means here it should be get this specific this row id data, and it should be visible. So then actually it should be better. So right now we don't need this placeholder. Here I want to put another value, and our value will be what I have already get a specific one of the id data, take the things with this edit data, and here I pass it with this compact in our edit page, right? So now we can actually use it with this edit data. So now with this edit data I want to access our database field name as a name. Okay, so now it should be visible, and then I just put one of the name. That means or this input field name, I name it as a name. Okay, I name it as a name, so now it should be visible. Now click as a save all, and now let's check this out. Click as a refresh. Yes, you can see it's now perfectly display that name. Okay, so that means which user is logging, so this user name is visible. And also I want to visible that email address. That means which user is logging, this user email address will be visible. So better right now that will be just like same. I copied that input field here, that will be our input field. I updated. Okay, so that will be as a user email, and type will be as a email type, and I just put that field name as an email, whatever you actually choose. Right now I'm actually using as an email and the name. Okay, and with this value I want to show our database field name for the email, our database field name as an email. So that is our user, right? User of table field name as an email. So I want to visible that email. Perfect. So now it should be display that email. Now click as a save all, and now go there. Now click as a refresh. Yes, you can see it's now perfectly visible, that name as a user and then user email address. So that is our user email address. Perfect. And also here I want to display image also. There is also another field as the image, right? So now I want to display that image. That means I want to take some of the bootstrap image tag. So that is actually the form. If you go to that form control, in the form control, that is the image position. So where exactly that image? I want to actually use this type of one of the input type. That is for the images. So you can see that is actually this type of one of the image field I want to actually use. Okay, so this type of, I will just simply copy this MD3, I copy it, and now after this, okay, so after this MD3 there is actually and dev, and then there is actually started another one. So right now we don't need this dev because there is actually our check me out. So right now we don't need this, I remove it. Okay, and after that I want to simply paste it. So that will be as a profile image. Okay, that will be as a profile image, and then this input field as a type will be as a file type. And now I click as a save all. Now let's check this out fast. Now click as a refresh. Yeah, you can see that is our username, there is user image, and there is a profile, that means a profile image. So from to this position you can actually update new profile. So for the update new profile, here I want to do another interactive things. I show you like that is our MD3, right? So now I copy it again, I copy another one. That will be very much interactive. That means whatever the images will be choose, automatically this image will be visible. Okay, so this type of one of the JavaScript function I want to use. So right now here we don't need this, I remove it. Also we don't need this input field. I only want to add one of the image tag. I added one of the image tag, that is the image src. Okay, so into the image src, that will be just like our view. Into the view area I have already created this portion, right? So if they have an image, it should be display our this database field image, rather than it should be display on the default image. So now I copy total things, I copy total src which I have already done in our profile into the view profile. So now I copy it, and now here I simply paste it. Okay friends, so I just simply paste it in particular that area. So now let's check this out. First of all I want to check it, click as a save all, and now if you refresh it, yes, you can see it's not showing on the image. So better I want to put some of the wide height. Okay, so after this I put on the style, and I put on the wide, sorry, that will be wide. So that will be wide. I just put wide as a 100 pixel, and also put on the height as a 100 pixel. Okay, so I put as a wide height, then it will be better. Now click as a save all, and now refresh it. Yeah, now you can see it's perfect. So friend, here I want to do when you choose any image from your computer. Okay, so right now from to this computer, whatever the images you'll be choose, automatically this image will be loaded on here. Okay, so right now there is our default image is visible, right? And now I want to visible it rather than when it should be uploaded. That means from here when we update that profile image in our database, this field area, then automatically it should be get this image, and then this image will be visible. So that is the functionality I have already declared it on here. So with this user I want to access that profile photo, and then our URL, that means in our URL, in our user images, here it should be save it, and then it should be get this data. That means there's this image, else it should be get or this no image. So you can see right now no image is visible. So first of all I want to add this JavaScript, whatever the image will be choose, this image will be visible. Okay friend, so how can do that work? Better I want to continue this process. In our next video I will show you that things with a live example. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.